Welcome. Today we're going to dive into a powerful framework for taking back control. We're talking about moving from a life that just kind of happens to you to one that you actually consciously design. So let me ask you this, and really think about it for a second. Is your life happening by chance, or is it happening by design? Are you in the driver's seat, or does it feel more like you're just a passenger, reacting to whatever twists and turns come your way? You know, this contrast really hits home for a lot of people. That life by chance column, that's the feeling of just drifting, feeling kind of stuck, always reacting to things. But life by design, well, that's intentional. It's clear. It feels powerful. And the goal really is to figure out how to jump from that first column over to the second one. But how do you actually make that shift? I mean, it's not magic, and it's definitely not just wishful thinking. So what if there was a repeatable, systematic process that anyone, and I mean anyone, can learn and apply to start shaping their own future? Well, there is, and the term for it is conscious manifestation. Now, the key word here, the one to really focus on, is systematic. See, this isn't about just hoping for the best. It's about having a reliable method to go from an abstract thought in your head to a concrete result in the real world. And here is that very system. It's called the IDEA Framework, developed by Sandeep Punj. It's super memorable and a really practical four-step process. Intent, design, execute, and assess. Just think of this as your roadmap for turning pretty much any idea into a full-blown reality. Okay, so let's break it down. Everything, and I mean everything, starts with the I, intent. This is the absolute foundation. If you don't get this first step right, the whole thing just kind of falls apart before it even begins. It's simple, really. If your intent is vague, your results are going to be vague. I want to learn guitar is a nice wish, but I will learn to play the complete chord progression for Wonderwall in the next 30 days. Now that is an intent. It's specific, it's positive, and it focuses your mind with a real sense of purpose. All right, next up is D for design. Once you have a crystal clear intent, you know the what, you've got to figure out the how. This is where you become the architect of your goal. So think of yourself as that architect. For our guitar goal, the blueprint isn't just practice more. No way. It's find a chord chart online, block out 20 minutes every single evening to practice, and find a good YouTube tutorial for that tricky strumming pattern. You're planning the major steps and developing what Sandeep Punj calls a decisive intellect, which is really just the ability to think clearly and build a solid plan. Now, a beautiful blueprint is totally useless if it just sits on your desk, right? And that brings us to E, execute. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's go time. Execution is all about taking consistent, powerful action. It means actually picking up that guitar every evening just like you planned and pushing through when your fingertips are sore. This is the step where you transform your design into reality. You're building that bridge from the inner world of your plans to the outer world of actual, tangible results. And finally, we have A for assess. Now listen, this step is the secret sauce. This is what makes the whole framework a dynamic loop of learning and growth, instead of just some rigid, one-and-done plan. Assessment really is learning. So at the end of week 1 with the guitar, you might realize you just can't switch between 2 chords fast enough. That's not failure. It's just data. And that data feeds this crucial feedback loop, allowing you to adapt. Maybe you drill just that one tricky transition for a couple of days. You're refining your plan as you go. So there you have it. Intent, design, execute, assess. It's a complete logical cycle. But this brings up a huge question, doesn't it? If it's this straightforward, why do so many of us still feel stuck? Why do we so often know exactly what we need to do, but just don't do it? Well, according to Sandeep Punj, this is the missing key right here. The real challenge for most of us is that disconnect between our inner world of thoughts and plans and our outer world of actions and results. The entire IDEA framework is specifically engineered to build a strong, reliable bridge right across that gap. So the big takeaway here is simple, but it's incredibly empowering. The ability to design your life isn't some secret you have to go out and find. The framework, the process, the power, it's all right there. You already hold the blueprint. So really, that just leaves one final, very personal question. You have the framework now. You can see the path from an idea in your head to a real result out in the world. The only thing left to ask yourself is, what are you going to design first?